Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be preparing Pancit Bihon. That's pancit, not pancit. I hear a lot of you out there saying pancit, but it's pronounced pancit. This is a dish that can be enjoyed at any time, any occasion, but in the Philippines it's a tradition to make Pancit Bihon, or actually variations of pancit, at any special occasion like weddings, birthdays, anniversaries. So it's really made for good luck, considered a national dish because various parts in all parts of the Philippines have their own version of pancit. I will be making Pancit Bihon for you tonight. So I'll walk you through all the steps so that you too can make your own pancit and not have to ask me anymore. So grab your apron and let's get cooking. Okay, for this Pancit Bihon dish, we're going to talk about the ingredients first. Makes sense. So the vegetables that we have are matchstick carrots, we have French-style green beans, we have celery, we have cabbage, and then our protein I have shredded chicken, and this is this is rotisserie chicken that I've shredded the dark meat. And that's the vegetables. When we get to the assembly part of it, getting the noodles and mixing everything with the Bihon noodles, our sauce is gonna be made up of chicken stock, soy sauce, oyster sauce, a little bit of dark soy sauce to give it some color. We've got some Yum Yum or MSG and chicken powder. And then we have the actual noodles themselves, and that's the Bihon noodles. For our vegetables, since I cheat a little bit, our matchsticks are already cut up, so I don't need to do anything with that. And the French-style cut green beans are frozen kind that you buy in a package, and they're already cut too. So all I really need to do is cut the cabbage and the celery. I'm gonna slice into thin strips, just like that. I'm using 8 ounces of the Bihon noodles, which is half the package, and that'll serve about 4 to 6 people. And for that amount of servings, to serve 4 to 6 people, I got about 3/4 cup of each of the vegetables. The celery, all we want to do is slice these, and I'll do it on the bias, kind of looks prettier. Now we're ready to saute the veggies. We start out with diced onions and some garlic. So diced onions, maybe 2 tablespoons. Our garlic, we probably want a couple cloves of minced garlic, which I don't have. All right, so we're gonna cook the veggies first, and then we'll set them aside. Then we'll add the sauce for the pancit, made up of all these different nice sauces. And then we'll add the Bihon noodles in, and then put back the vegetables along with the protein, in this case, shredded chicken. So we start off by adding just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon or so of cooking oil. We will saute our onions and our garlic. We'll add the rest of our vegetables here. And again, about 3/4 cup of each of our vegetables here. So we'll get these all in here. We don't want them really soft, just to take a little bit of the crunch out of them. As you can see here, I'm not seasoning these vegetables at all because they will get enough flavoring from the sauces once we start assembling it and putting it all together. They'll be able to absorb the sauces that makes up the rest of the Bihon. But we'll just cook these now. Turn this down a little bit, about medium-high heat. Get them softened a little bit. We'll take them out, set them aside, and then we'll start on getting the sauce for the Bihon noodles. All right, now that we have the vegetables cooked and set aside, the next thing to do is to make the sauce. And the first thing we do is add some chicken stock or chicken broth, maybe about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of the broth, a couple teaspoons of the soy sauce, a couple tablespoons of the oyster sauce, and just a teaspoon that we need of the dark soy sauce. This gives it the coloring. It's just a little bit sweet, but we don't need a whole lot of that. And a little bit of chicken powder, teaspoon of the chicken powder, and the same with the MSG. Look at that, okay? We want to get that all mixed up. And then we add our Bihon noodles. So these have been pre-soaked. I think the biggest secret that I have for this is that normally on the packaging for the Bihon noodles, they will tell you to, you actually cook this in this sauce right here. But in order to do that, you need to have a lot more of the sauce. So I kind of save on the sauce by pre-soaking these, maybe a couple, 3 hours beforehand, and they get real soft. And so these are just ready to go right in, and they begin soaking up the sauce right away. So all we're gonna do here is just mix this until it is fully absorbed by the noodles. Again, this is 8 ounces of noodles that were pre-soaked. They look like this. So 2 of these, each one of these is 4 ounces. So I used 2 of those, or half of the package. Now, I see that it's a little dry, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the stock, chicken stock, so it doesn't become too dry. But once I've got it fully incorporated here, and you can see that the noodles have soaked that up pretty good. Now I'm gonna add back in my vegetables. And the last thing I'll do is add in, again, about a cup of the shredded chicken. And that's really all there is to it. So we're gonna mix this up good, make sure we got it fully incorporated. But as you can see, it's a pretty easy dish to make. Cut all your vegetables, and then the biggest thing is just soaking the noodles beforehand. You don't have to do it here during the cooking process. This makes the cooking process a lot shorter, and all you're really doing is assembling or putting it all together. All right, here we go. Okay, so the cooking's done. Now I've got it plated. For garnishes, as you can see here, I've got some hard-boiled eggs that are just sliced. You could also add some scallions if you want to, but that's really it. So now it's time to eat. Let's check it out. Yep. I'm gonna get some egg.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's really good.
It's the only reason I'm here. Taste test.
All right. Now you guys can make it yourselves. I'd love to see pictures. So in the comment section, if you do it, make your own. Leave me a picture, leave me a comment, and we'll see you next time. A lot of you have made suggestions on what you want to see. So I've got a list already, but I think maybe the next time we're gonna do some fried rice. All right? See you then.
Don't forget to like, comment,
and subscribe. Go Gators.